Sunday. Happy New Year. This is Marty. If you're not familiar with me or you want to learn more, go to my website, martyewingyoga.com. My specialty is recuperative yoga. I'm a yoga therapist and a 500-hour yoga teacher, and I enjoy working with people of all abilities and helping people feel better in their body. I do group and private and outdoor and virtual lessons, and you can see those all on my site. And then the other work I do is I work for the Veterans Administration as their lead yoga therapist there. And I get to work with that wonderful population of men and women. So this is part of my series of Downward Dog, and I have some very specific pointers to get the most out of your Downward Dog. In other words, make your body feel the best. It is a fundamental of yoga, and many times I feel like it's sort of a wasted pose or not used to its maximum potential in many practices. So I just want to offer up some advice that might make you feel better, and today's advice is about the lower back. Now, if you link some of these videos together and watch them together, you can put all the pointers together, but this is pointer number 2. The first one was pressing into the pad knuckle, the index finger. So I'll talk about that a little bit. So if you do a simple thing like bend your knees when you're in downward dog, you will find that you get more extension out of your back. Lower backs especially, but pretty much all of the vertebrae, they kind of take a beating. When we sit a lot, which is something that I did previous to my little vacation I had from the VA over the holidays, I was trying to get out of town, you know the story, and doing all my medical charting and things like that they require. And a week went by, and I practiced yoga a little bit, but I mean, it was a very unusual week for me. And I felt the consequences. I felt a lot of pain in my lower back, much to my disappointment. But when that happens, sometimes there's nothing you can do. You just have to let it heal. But you can really extend your back and get a lot of the pain to subside by getting the synovial fluid flowing. That's hard to say. Fluid flowing in your body in between your vertebrae. And downward dog's a great way to do it. So we have these little discs on our back, and we want to stretch those out. So I just want to show you the difference. So I'm coming from tabletop, and I am going to press into the pad knuckle of my index finger and push the mat away. So that's my arm placement. I'm going to dig my toes in the mat. My knees are hip distance apart, and on an inhale, I'm going to lift my hips skyward. You'll notice I'm pressing in the pad knuckle of my index finger. I sound like a broken record. My knees are bent, and my torso is going towards my thighs, so I'm pushing through, and I'm gazing back at my feet. So I'm not looking up, I'm not jamming my neck. Now, if I straighten my legs, look how that looks. Look at my shoulders, my neck. Now, look what happens when I bend my knees. Bend the knees generously, move the torso to the thighs, send the hips skyward. So the hips still go skyward. You see that nice A shape? And I'll tell you what, if you try it like that, you will feel a great extension through your lower back. So you want to hold that for 3 or 4 breaths, or whatever your normal yoga practice is. And if you're a newbie, you can just hold it for 1 breath. Get a little practice of the feel of the pose, right, before you worry about how long you hold it. So again, downward dog, 2 tips so far: pressing in the pad knuckle, the index finger, and bending the knees. I'll do that one more time for you. Hands forward to shoulders, knees hip distance apart. Dig your toes in the mat. Inhale. Send your hips skyward. Bend your knees. Shoulders away from your ears. And breathe. Well, thanks so much for being interested enough to listen to my tips for downward dog. I think if you try them, they will change your practice, and I might even say change your life as you bring yourself into a more comfortable place in your life where you don't have chronic lower back pain. And if you do these regularly, and don't do what I did, get up from your desk and stretch, you will find that you're much happier in your body, and therefore a much happier person, and therefore the people around you are much happier. So that's how yoga works. All right, you guys. Well, I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. Honor yourself, honor each other, and honor Mother Nature. Namaste.